No tak jo, borci, no tak jo, borky, my jdeme na to zpátky do hry, zpátky do Hogwarts Legacy, kde tentokrát půjdeme do komnaty nejvyšší potřeby a uvidíme, co se tam bude dít, protože já myslím, že si tam budeme moct vypěstovat svoje první kytičky a umíchat svoje první lektvary. Myslím, že nějaký semínka mám, takže něco budeme moct zasadit rovnou, až tam přijdem. Tahle půlhodinka bude asi celá o komnatě nejvyšší potřeby, protože než se tam dostaneme, tady za paní Weasleyovou a pak vůbec tam, tak to bude chvilku trvat. No my to zvládnem. Já jsem úplně zapomněl na Revelio. Dobrý den.
Hello. Were you calling
Co
me?
potřebuješ? Mám hezký klobouk.
Thought you might be interested in
Hezký
joining me
klobouk.
for a bit of an adventure. Following a treasure map to be precise. Slight respite from battling the odd troll, I should think. Asked Poppy if she'd be interested as well, but couldn't drag her away from her puff skein. I found 2 maps lying about, both leading to locations around Hogwarts. Care to have a look at one?
Following a Hogwarts treasure map. Count me in.
Wonderful. Hogwarts fascinates me. You can keep whatever treasure lies at the end of your map. I'll be satisfied just knowing where it leads.
Nějaký nápad, kde
Where do you
začít?
suggest I search first?
Based on a cursory review of your map, I'd suggest somewhere near Hecat's classroom.
Někde u Hekatovy třídy, jo?
Very well. I shall take a look if I can find the time.
Fair enough. Meet me back here if you find anything.
Aha, socha, drak, zatím jsou dveře a obraz. Udělat na to akcio nahoře. No, zajímavá mapa. No, mně se přepla mise, já jsem chtěl jít na tu komnatu nejvyšší potřeby teď. Teď máme jasný cíl a plán. Komnata nejvyšší potřeby. Ale na tohle můžeme dát Levioso. Další stránka pro nás. Dalších jednoduchých 80 expů. Tady prý je někde nic.
Professor Weasley? Somewhere away from prying eyes.
Dobrý den.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and I... Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done. Shall we?
After you, Professor.
Po vás, paní profesorko.
What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor?
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you've found it.
Tak jdem to projít.
There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing
Zmizovací
spell.
kouzlo, jo?
You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, then you can clear the chairs away.
Vanesko. Dobré.
Splendid. Now, cast Evanesco on those chairs.
Vanesko, kde to máme? Si ho dáme.
Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on. Where in Merlin's name is that elf? Is that... Goodness. My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. Can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
Komnatu, nejvyšší potřeby. Tak, zmizíme tady pár věcí. Pár věcí si přitáhneme.
Incendio! Accio!
Je to dobrý. Dobrý, ale už nemusíš takijovat.
Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
An intruder! Stop them!
Intruder? Nejsem intruder.
That's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin!
Okay.
How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here?
Tak zase zmizíme.
What was that? Was that a golden snitch?
Zlatonka.
You should summon your wits and find out.
Ale světlo. Dostali jsme se na světlo. Skřítek.
Yikes,
Náš
careful!
nový kámoš.
Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deke will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deke was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deke was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deke is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deke's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then,
the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with.
Tak jo, máme komnatu nejvyšší
I look
potřeby.
forward to seeing what you do with
Kolik
the
tu máme
space.
místností?
And it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed.
U popisu neidentifikovaný. To mi identifikuje. To je horší než mám. OK. Dál, profesorko.
You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring. The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you.
Dobré, vyvolávací kouzlo jsme se naučili.
Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you've already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class.
Vyvolávací kouzlo. Vykouzlete stůl pro květináče. Nespím. Tak, my potřebujeme sem. Level 16 a teprve si otevíráme to, jo. Dáme si to třeba sem. Na 3. Vyvoláme si tu k vaření. Dáme to několikrát. Dosáhl si svého rozpočtu pro tento typ předmětů. Aha. OK, a bylinkářství. Jdem tady do rožku.
Well done. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds.
Máme tam semínka, za 10 minut budou
Deek
vypěstovaný.
will be here to
OK,
answer any
chápu.
questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
Can you tell me a bit more about Deek?
He's been at Hogwarts longer than I have, and seems to know its every nook, cranny, and secret. We discovered this room together when I was a student. Deke has had a good deal of experience, both here at Hogwarts and at a previous post. I shall let Deke tell you more when he's ready, but again, you would be wise to listen to any suggestions he may have.
Sorry, borci, já jsem musel najít powerbanku.
Conjuring and vanishing are strictly forbidden elsewhere in the castle. We've charms in place to enforce that. It would be exhausting to reverse the errors in both judgment and magic. But the Room of Requirement has its own rules.
I will be sure to speak with Deke if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
Transfigurační, co potřebujeme navíc? Vylepšit komnatu nejvyšší potřeby talentama. No, lepší rukavice. To je dobrý. 14% máme dohránu. Otevřená lokace Letaxu. Ještě má pro nás nějaký úkol.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
Mám, ne, kameny.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Vykouzli 5 dekorací a 5 podlahových dekorací. OK. Takže 5 koberců. Jeden. Druhý. Třetí. Čtvrtý. Mizí po 3. Měsíční kameny. Dobrý, koberce máme. 5 dekorací. Svíčky. Tři. 4. A 5. Super. Super.
Professor, I have some questions about conjuration.
Yes?
There are so many choices. What items do you think I should conjure?
I shall leave that entirely up to you. This is your space after all. I will say that a simple addition, such as a wall hanging or a portrait, might make the space feel unique.
Can I remove an item I've conjured?
Kubikus.
Indeed you
Na
can.
stěnu
You
dekoraci.
already
Čau
know
Kubikusi.
this, but
Vítej,
Evanesco.
vítej. Tebe
When you
neznám.
vanish something, the
Tebe ještě
moonstone
neznám,
used to
ale už to
conjure
asi
it
někdy byl.
will become available to you again.
I think I can manage from here. Thank you.
I look forward
Jo.
to seeing your work.
Kousek nástěnné dekorace. Obrazy nějaký. To je jeden, jo? Jeden, dva, tři, čtyři. Moc se s tím nepářu. 5,
Shall we move on?
super. Můžeme se posunout? Můžeme.
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change
Upravit,
the
jo.
colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell.
Upravovací kouzlo.
Just aim your wand at any conjured item and perform the altering spell to customize it.
Můžeme postavit něco sem. Můžem. Já myšku. Nemám na to... Ajaj. Já na to nemám... Dobře no, tak jsme se naučili další kouzlo. Je tohle, změna. Změnit styl předmětu, změnit barvu. Upravit dekoraci. Tak. Změnit barvu. A já chci modrou. Tak tady růžovou. Změnit velikost. Čeho můžeme změnit velikost? Barvu, jak se to dělá? Upravit velikost. Změnit velikost Xkem.
Nicely
Dobré.
done. Now you're ready for
Super.
something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony. Try aiming at the floor or at that balcony whilst using the altering spell.
Sorry borci. Už se mě ptají, jestli jsem umřel, tak musím psát, že jsem ještě neumřel. Tak, máme splněno, změnit balkon nebo podlahu v místnosti. Balkon. Tady dáme třeba tohle. Okay, tak tohle je balkon. Knihovny. To je balkon. Tak podlahu.
Your space might
Fair.
benefit from a bit of ambiance.
No, předtím to
don't
bylo
you
hezký.
think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Deke thinks you'll enjoy it. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
Promluv si s Deakem.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I would like the room to feel as if it's being lit by the moon.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me. An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
Papam. Asi dáme chvilku pauzu, našli jsme všechno, co jsme měli najít. Nic dalšího tu nevidím. Zvířátka ještě chytat nemůžeme. Dáme si chvilku pauzu. Budeme pokračovat za chvíli. Budeme si promluvit se Sebastiánem. Tak jo, díky všichni. Tak. Si. No a Kyo. Lítací stránka tady byla. Já jsem říkal, že dáme pauzu, co?